Hello everyone and welcome to Philly Crypto Trading Plus. Today we're going to be covering Ripple, do a little technical analysis. Some folks had asked and requested this, so we're going to get to that for you today. Guys, a lot of pullbacks lately, a lot of volatility. If you're confused by all of that, you're definitely in the right place. We're here to offer you some clear, concise technical analysis. Now, today we're going to be covering some Fibonacci retracements, both ascending and descending channels, as well as some supports and even some resistances. And of course, make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to cover about where we're going to go to next and what the future holds, okay? So with that in mind, before we get started, guys, please sub down below for new subscribers. Leave a comment, say, hey, I subscribe. I'll personally type to your comments. Also, leave a thumbs up. It makes a huge difference. So again, share, like, subscribe if you like what you hear and you see. Appreciate it very much. With that in mind, guys, let's get right to it. So we're looking at the daily time frame here, guys. We're going to talk a bit about some Fibonacci retracements with these sell-offs that have happened. If you guys don't know much about that, Bitcoin being the leader, go back and listen to my Bitcoin video. Gives you a better understanding of the market as a whole and this whole pullback and what it was really about. Bitcoin being the leader, that's why I point this out. And again, guys, these altcoins going to be more extreme in their pullbacks as well as more extreme when they rise. So just to give you an idea. Now, we're looking at the Fibonacci retracements here. From our top, we've pulled back. You can see here we stopped a little bit below the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement, which was at 39.4 cents. The more extreme coins, guys, anywhere from 0.5 Fib retracement all the way to 1, okay? In this particular case, you know, this has been in the news lately with the SEC and all that nonsense. Be honest, between you and me, my personal thoughts are that this is all just going to play out and come in the wash because, again, I don't want to get too much in detail in this particular video. But about two and a half years ago, some of my Telegram room members know about it. But I covered this in detail quite extensively about who the big players are in both the stock and the cryptocurrency industries and who governs it all, runs it all, gets to look over the shoulder of all the brokers and all the traders in the United States and all that stuff. But I digress. I don't want to get involved on that tangent. But the bottom line is this has to do with what's going on with Ripple right now, okay? I think the way this is going to play out is going to be much to do about nothing. And it really was just an excuse for the big players, the whales as they call them, to be able to buy these things cheaper. You'll probably end up finding that they're in a trial right now as we speak. Probably not too much is going to come of this, okay? So, but then let's get back to the charts. So that in mind, this is part of the reason we had a big pullback, okay? We were up here running nice and high, and then bang, you know, that's when the news came out, the one that is controlled by the big players, right? The SEC, everybody, all controlled by the big players. Now, so ironically, with our big pullback beyond the 0.618 retracement, we had formed an ascending triangle that we busted out of back in the end of January. But ironically, from this huge pullback, and I talk about the predictability and the patterns all the time, guys, look at this. Pulls right back to the middle of that channel. Is that an accident? Probably not. And you notice here we had a nice support here, guys. This is probably in, about 32.6 cents. Nice support there, okay? We held that very nicely. So with the pullback, we had the descending triangle that is formed now with the pullback, and we're probably going to continue. Notice how we're stopping right here at the bottom of that channel. So let's just see how this plays out from here. But again, we've got this coinciding in this middle. I just wanted to point that out for you guys. And the extreme pullbacks. Now we're going to look at the 4-hour time frame, give you a little closer view. So here, guys, we have a trend line where, you know, it started way back in January where, you know, here you can see we had a resistance here forming, right? And then we came down and then we busted through that. And then we turned it into a support here, right? Came back up, bang, another support, and then we took off, right? Now we've hit this upper area and we've come back. So notice, though, that when we pulled back, we hit the parameters of this same trend line that we talked about. It formed a support out of it and moved up out of there. But, of course, the news came out. Boom. Nothing fundamental about news, right? So it comes down. But notice here, this is the closer look at that channel that we're seeming to hold right now. the descending channel. So let's just see how this plays out. Kind of have to go from here. So with that in mind, guys, we've got this is going to be at the 45-cent area, going to be some resistance for a bit of time here. What we're probably going to, and notice here that we touched up here at the 49-cent area, which is going to act as resistance in the short term. That's what happened here. We turned around. So what we're going to look for now, guys, is probably, I'm thinking, boom, boom, you know, something like the form of a triangle that's going to end up forming. But again, guys, we're getting ahead of ourselves. This is early on, but my guess, my hunch, is that we're probably going to get some sort of a triangle that unfolds here, guys. And I've talked about the patterns and the predictability, guys. You know, a lot of people don't talk much about that. I look at some of the competition out there, the big boys and all. They don't talk about these things too much. I notice a lot of them are talking about the hype and that kind of thing. We don't. Our product here is not hype, guys. It's real stuff you can use right now. Okay, so I say that because, guys, there's a pattern out there to everything on planet Earth. That includes human beings. If you doubt me, look it up. That being said, we're going to be looking at this pattern and what we're going to be forming. Okay, so right now we're hitting the parameters of this channel. And again, guys, I tell you, every day is a chapter to the story. This is why we watch. So we're going to watch this play out, but I imagine we're going to see some sort of a pattern forming, probably something similar to a triangle. So we're going to wait for these parameters of this triangle to form the perhaps an ascending triangle. We just don't know yet, guys, but again, that's why we watch. So with that in mind, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. Please share, like, subscribe, hit down in the comments what you'd like to hear, what you'd like to see, other analysis you may want to do. My background's also in stocks, guys. If that interests you, let me know. The comments are for you. This channel's for you. With that in mind, guys, if you want to learn some more, watch this next video.